Welcome to part three. I had to show off the outfit. Well, I've missed you, Papa.
Missed you, baby.
It's been like what? It's been a week.
Wow, it's been a year, I think.
Yo, and I think
Yeah,
people like the videos. By the way, they really did. They
We do a
did.
good job.
I think so. I
Okay,
got a lot of
great.
good feedback. So I thank you so much for being so honest and just open. So I think I've gotten a lot of questions about what is methadone. Before we get into what methadone is, we have to talk about what heroin is. So because heroin is an opiate, it comes from the poppy plant, right? And heroin is one of the derivatives, as well as morphine, as well as pethidine. Methadone is only designed for people like us who have opiates in our system.
Yes.
If you're an alcoholic, methadone can't help you. If you smoke bangi, methadone can't help you. If you're addicted to shrooms, I'm very sorry. So
Please
how
do
did
me
you
a favor. I'm sorry.
He's good. So I wanna ask you, how did you get into heroin? Heroin is a hard drug. Do you like that word hard drug? I think it makes us sound
First of
crazy.
all, I didn't even know what hard drugs are. I used to listen to people talking about heroin. I'm like,
What?
I'll never do heroin.
Exactly. You used to watch in movies, right? I used to
Yeah,
watch
I used
these
to watch
movies where somebody's
And
shooting
yeah,
up in the
and you're
80s.
looking
I'm
like
that
this.
will
This
never,
is sin. This is sin.
that
I
will never
won't.
be me.
Wait.
What?
Wait, I start getting anxiety attacks.
No.
Yeah, so
How did you get into it? So you
So
are
I
how
st-
old?
I was what? I was.
You said 4 years ago?
25, 24.
25. So take me, what is the situation like? You're now staying in your own
I'm
house.
25. I have
You're
my own
25.
house.
Did you have a girlfriend?
No, I don't know.
You
I've
lived in
never had a
Nairobi?
girlfriend.
What do you mean you've never had a girlfriend? What? That's why you always ask me for kisses and stuff. You better get your life, my guy. I am not a cougar, okay? You're my little brother. So, yes, I have refused. It'll never gonna happen. We're never gonna date. So all of you guys and your suggestions go to heck. So let me tell you now, you are 25, you're living in your own house,
Yes.
you don't have a girlfriend,
No.
you're in Nairobi. We're not gonna talk about, sorry, that's my alarm. We're not gonna talk about which area you grew up in for safety, security, but it is a very, very high-end neighborhood. So who are your friends? Who was around you at that time?
So actually, I didn't have too many friends because I've just come into Nairobi.
Yes.
Yeah, I've come out of my parents' house.
Wow.
I've not been talking to no one that much.
Mm-hmm.
As I told you, we had this situation where there's financials in our family that's been held up.
Yes.
So I started getting anxiety attacks, and the liquor and the weed, and it wasn't just doing it. I was just dropping down every time.
So you're already drinking alcohol and you're already smoking weed.
Yeah.
And this dropping down because you have an issue with your chest. You were having
Yeah,
faints,
my
like you were
heart
fainting.
would just.
Oh my gosh. And then you just drop
Just
down and
drop
faint.
down, yeah.
And
So-
and there was nobody around you. Told me you have issues with your parents. Nobody around you was ready
no-
to take you to hospital or give a shit or care. So your mental state as a psychologist, I would say you felt isolated, you felt lonely, nobody loves you. Your future looked so bleak to you.
And I was also scared of telling people that I'm sick because also.
Because in your 20s, it's like being teenagers. Your
Yeah.
friends are like, oh my God, you're sick, you have HIV.
Yeah.
Oh my God, don't be around that person. There's no empathy. You know what I mean? It's just stupid. I can't cheat you. So you were in pain, emotional pain. So how did you find yourself to this heroin?
Now my friend he comes to sleep sober. He was with his friend, his girlfriend, and they needed a place to sleep over.
Yeah.
So they slept over in the morning. I'm like, okay, so me, I'm going to the base. Yeah, even you're going to the base. I've never seen a base. Anyway, they're like, okay, so we go to the base then.
Right,
So me, I follow them. Obviously, we're not going to where I usually go. So
You have your usual base for alcohol and bangi, but
Yeah.
they're taking you now to a different base, and you're like, it's cool. Let me see.
Exactly. Let me
Right.
see what that. It's just weed.
Yeah.
So we went, we got to this place to many people. So I'm like, I'm told you'll smoke something, but trust me, once you're done smoking it, you'll feel good. So me, I'm thinking, obviously I've smoked weed. It's not like my heart will stop.
Yes.
So I smoke this thing and my heart completely relaxes.
What?
Everything, my pressure.
Drugs
goes
are
down.
medicines. You see, like this heroin, its other derivative is morphine. These are just chemicals. They have they have abilities to cure certain ailments and certain things. The problem is we abuse them. That's what it's called, drug abuse, not drug use, right? When drugs are used appropriately, they become medicine.
Yes.
But when they're being abused, they become
That's
the hard
when
drugs.
now you see, after now I'd relaxed now.
Mm-hmm.
Now the addiction gone, because now my body.
That
Yes,
immediately,
I've
right?
relaxed, yeah.
Immediately the next day, when
Yes.
now the heroin has
Now,
reduced the potency in the system,
Mhm.
immediately. What was your withdrawals? What was your next day withdrawal?
Because I was being told about roaster. I'm like, what the hell? are you
Rosto
talking
is the street
about?
name for withdrawals.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Oh,
Watch
no.
it gongas me. Guys, speed there. My dad.
Send money now. I'm telling you, and honestly, I can't even describe what it feels like. It feels like you're dying. It literally feels like your body you're dying. You're like literally on your way out, right?
And that's why they made methadone, yeah, because this thing, it's so impulsive. Like you come out of the house, you just snatch someone's phone because you don't want to know.
What's the worst thing you ever did to get money for heroin?
Where
You started? You went through?
a trolley.
You can say that. I told you.
a
We
shopping
are
cart.
recovering,
You know, a shopping
so
cart.
we talk about the honest.
Yeah,
we can be honest, and nobody's gonna come for you.
I was walking.
How did you steal a shopping
It
trolley?
was at night. It was at night. It was like
Stole a shopping
around
trolley.
10
To go and
o'clock.
Pima for Chuma.
Yes. So this thing is our desk backward night. I go, I get my box, I put a stone inside, I put the box in the stone. I dust off myself, I start going, me mshamba, I don't know like how the fuck this shit is done. Nothing. Pop! Ka, kijana. Done.
Oh my god. No.
Yeah,
No, you got busted.
Yeah, that's when I saw this thing.
So that's like the worst. But obviously the thing, stealing things from like family members, we never did that.
Because
I also never
always
did
at
that.
my house. I was always, if it was at family, it's
Yes.
I give them a phone call and tell
also
them
never,
I'm sick
ever.
of something or I don't have food. And
I never.
and said
I
that-
only stole
yeah.
shoes from a single auntie. The only thing I ever took from my father's house was a solar light.
Yeah.
And because I was helping at night, I didn't have a light. And so when I got to where I was going and somebody told me Niuzio Kitu, I sold it.
Exactly.
But I've never stolen a phone. I've never stolen a laptop.
either.
I never stole money. And I used to go to my siblings' houses everywhere.
I mean,
so
I
this,
used to beg on the street. I begged people.
I
for
used to
money.
do root too.
Yeah.
So this blanket, I don't know, stereotype that's put on addicts that all of them will enter your house and steal. Please, addiction is
Get
very
it out of there.
individualistic.
Yeah.
They shared experiences. There are things that cut across all of us, right? Like having withdrawal symptoms, needing money, doing extreme things. But it doesn't mean that all of us are gonna steal from our loved ones, our parents, our sisters, our brothers. Some of us have principles. Hit me right there, bro. Tap. Principal addicts are
G
really
like that. Bruh.
so
Handle your own shit.
right. So how did you how did you know about methadone? What got you into methadone?
So obviously, this help. They call what?
No, first of all, how did you know you're at rock bottom? So you started your addiction,
Yeah,
you're stealing trolleys.
now,
you're going.
me,
How
I'm
did you
saying-
beg for money? How would you beg for money? What would you say?
I would say anything. I say, excuse me, sir, my mom is sick.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I've been robbed. I don't have my phone.
Yeah, I came to
fare
watch
to
a
get
movie with my friends. They've jacked me. And
Oh
everything.
no. And they would
And
give
I've
you.
been left. Yeah, and they'll just.
What's the most you ever got from asking somebody for money from the street?
200.
200. Shut up. Me, I've gotten shopping. I've got thousands.
You've been taken for shopping.
Yes. I would lie and say I have a baby. I would say I have a baby I've left in the house. I'm looking for a job as a waitress. I went and did an interview. The manager is trying to shag me to get that job. Ooh, sugar guy, I was a finesse queen.
Do you see what this thing does?
But
to
we're
you?
not romanticizing it. It is not fun. The time when you're there begging, let me tell you, there's so much shame and
Not
guilt.
fun.
Especially when you're
Not
rejected,
fun.
you're going to
Yeah.
talk to somebody, they put up their window, I'm a talker, There's so much rejection.
So anyway, how I knew it was now a problem
bottom,
because
yeah.
I was taking my usual dose
Yeah.
and I'm not feeling shit.
Nothing.
I'm not feeling anything. So I had to up my.
It's
And
your
that is
tolerance.
more
Your
money.
tolerance,
That is
exactly.
more
And
money.
you need more and more
So
money.
all my money that come from end month just.
There. And then now you're also taking dailies.
And now you're taking
During the
loads of-
month.
Exactly. You're
So
taking
once your
cash,
money comes, you're just
everything
paying the
you're
debt.
left with almost like.
So you are sort of
1,000
like
bob.
locked. It's like
Yeah.
how these loan sharks lock
Exactly.
people.
You're
You take
in
a loan.
you're in a cycle. a
Oh my
cycle,
God.
and you're being abused while you're in that cycle because
Oh
you know
my
you can't
God.
stand up for yourself. You
No,
always need
because
that
you're in
person.
need.
Yeah.
So then now you don't have clothes to wear.
You
You're
don't have
dirty.
ground, exactly.
Heroin
You
doesn't
don't
make
even have
showers.
clothes because you've sold most of them, or you don't
Yeah,
have time
you sell
to
your
wash them.
shoes, you sell everything.
Yeah.
And then also water. Heroin addicts do not like water,
Yeah,
right?
you
Like
don't.
we are hydrophobic
Exactly.
because we feel like it'll reduce the potency
It
of
does.
the system
It
and the
does.
high.
It does.
So
does.
when all of this is happening, I can imagine your family is even more distant to you.
Yeah.
Where you live, because he lives in family properties, inherited property.
Yeah.
The watchman and everybody's looking at you. You're growing thin. You're growing darker.
Yeah.
You're disheveled. You always need money. You're confused. When you're high, you are like asleep because it sedates you. When you don't have any withdrawals, you're anxious. You have so much anxiety. You're stressed. So how did you hear about methadone?
One of these, what they called health.
Peer educators.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I met one of them. She's a very beautiful young lady.
Yes.
So she came.
Mm-hmm.
She came. She told me about it, and she said, "Okay,
Wow.
tomorrow if you're free,
I'll take you for induction.
Get your induction."
I worked as a peer educator too.
Really?
So far, I think I've gotten about 8 people into methadone and recovery,
Okay.
and yeah.
I'm so proud of you. That's what's up.
And imagine I started working as a peer educator 1 or 2 months into my recovery, and I had to go to the dents to take needles. Even they were bringing needles and stuff. It was so challenging. But I'm telling you, God gives his hardest jobs to his strongest. That thing.
It's true.
So the peer educator takes you. You get inducted.
I get inducted. So I start methoding. So actually,
and tell them about the clinics. There are few clinics and they're far away, and it's a huge distance. I know where you live and your clinic. That transport to get to the clinic daily. How are you doing it?
It's tough. First of all, because I stopped, so now I have to start rebuilding money from step one.
Yes.
So for me, transport is very hard, but I don't find an issue because all I do is just go back home. So,
and you are saved.
And I'm saved.
So when you took methadone, does it work?
It worked, but for it worked for me, but I was still using.
It took a while, right?
Yeah, for me
because you didn't trust.
Exactly.
Methadone, it's a medically assisted treatment. It's an opiate like heroin. What it does, it treats the symptoms, the withdrawal symptoms. They call it DRUGS.To. So when you take methadone, the withdrawal symptoms that you'd experience when you don't have heroin in your system are treated. So because most heroin addicts really want to get sober, but what stops them is the withdrawals, because it's really like dying. So what methadone does, it treats the withdrawals. So now it's your choice. And then also it diminishes the effects of heroin. So when you start taking methadone, as much as you want to start using heroin, which is called kuchakachua, the effects of heroin are not felt.
I know that,
are completely diminished.
Yeah.
So it's now you're dealing with your psychological addiction.
Yes.
The physical one has been dealt with, no more withdrawals. But now psychologically, because you've always been so dependent on this drug, the routine of getting money, exactly, you feel like something is calling you from afar. But the more your methadone is increased until you get to your stabilizing dose, the urge, craving disappears.
So even so once I kept on using methadone
and getting increased,
I stopped taking.
Wow.
And I stopped, and then apparently I stopped going to the
area to where it's sold. You even change the people around you. We always say in recovery, avoid people, places, and things that remind you of people who are using, because misery loves company. They want to pull you back in.
Always.
In between there, I know you also got introduced to crack cocaine.
Yeah. That was
I have never used crack cocaine.
That was the hardest to leave. So, walking away from crack cocaine was so hard.
So, okay, it's sold in Kenya. It has a lot of street names. It's like a rock. It's cocaine, but it's been transfigured. Let's say that. It's been added other chemicals and turned into a rock, and it's usually smoked, right? How did you get off it, and how does it feel? Because I've never used crack. Okay,
it feels good because I used to use it because of my alcohol.
Is it an upper or is it a downer? Because heroin is more of a sedative.
It gets you a lot.
Oh, so it's like chewing a lot of mugoka. What? I always say, and please forgive me, If we had scientists in this country who are gangsters, who are like cartel leaders, and they would go over to Meru and they would take Mugoka and they would take it into a lab and they would figure out how to crystallize it into a powder, I'm telling you that's African cocaine. I'm not giving anyone ideas. Please, please, please don't add to it. So methadone saved you. And crack was hard to leave. What does it have withdrawals?
No, it doesn't have withdrawals.
But it has psychological.
It has
serious
a lot of
ones.
Wanting.
Yeah, your brain is a computer. Once your brain feels supernova, something that is so sweet and calm, your brain will always be trying to find and locate it and fighting you. I always tell people in recovery, your mind is against you. Your mind is never for you. That's why you have such crazy intrusive thoughts. I could be sitting here with my mind and some thought comes into my head. He's going to the bathroom. No, he's going to steal from you. Your mind is always trying
always triggering on
right?
something. Always,
so just know your mind is against you, and the psychological addiction is the hardest. And I just want to say congratulations for coming. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. That is so hard. When we hear about crack and addictions and that, it could have killed you. When I found you, you were close to death. Like when I found Maingi when we met, I said I have to save this guy. But you're going to get that story in part 4. So we love you guys. Tune into part 4.